Warning, this is heavy, but it's also healing. So stay with me, okay? Now, when I was a teenager, the parts of me that made me, unique and beautiful, were the same parts that I hated the most. My full lips, my bigger nose, my even bigger eyes, right? Were all sore spots that seemed to bleed the more I touched them, the more I critiqued them. And I honestly hated what made me me. But when I think back, taking an in depth look, a deep look at everything that I went through as a girl, I remember looking at myself in the mirror. We've all done this before, and loving what I saw. I never had a problem with my features until the boys on the bus made fun of my lips. They found joy in calling them big because let's face it, I do have big, beautiful, full lips. I love them today. I never had an issue with my body until family members told me I was too skinny. An aunt in particular got on my nerves every day, all day, would constantly tell me that I needed to gain weight. I was just too skinny for her. And for years, I believed that changing the parts of me that others disapproved of would make everything better. It didn't. Trust me, it did not. Never will, but later. Can you say later? Later is such a phenomenal word, y'all. Later, with growth and, of course, maturity, I realized there was something different about me that made other people uncomfortable. A good different, not a bad different, a good different. Later, I realized that the boys on the bus who called my lips big, they were making fun of me, would be the same boys who'd ask me out later. The aunt who was calling me too skinny was overweight, out of shape, and drowning in low self esteem. And she's still that way today. God bless her. Later, I learned that being who God created me to be did not mean tearing myself apart to please others. It meant knowing that I was never broken and being bold enough to stand right here in that reality. So, repeat after me if you feel broken. I am whole. I'm who God created me to be, and what others think about me is none of my business. None of my business. I will love who I am unconditionally, even if others don't. Because, like me, my friend, believe this, you're built to stand out. And when you accept that truth, you'll stop hating the parts of you that make you you, and you'll start embracing them instead. You'll also understand that while others say you're to this and you're to that, you're just right in God's eyes. And that's the most important eyes to be right in, right? Your scars and your quirks and your boldness and your softness, they all tell your individual story. And if you're on a healing journey, like most of us, or even a self-awareness journey, like most of us, you can't heal while you're at war with yourself. That is so darn good. Think about it like this. Hating the parts of you that make you you is like cutting down a tree because you don't like the branches. You lose the whole thing when you do that. And you don't want to lose you. You don't want to do that. So, your healing and love for self will ask you to do two radical things, very radical. And the first one is to stop fighting yourself. The second one, to start seeing yourself with compassion. Doing those two things, those two radical things, ensures that your branches, your big, strong branches, stay intact, and that you don't just continue growing, but you bloom too. And blooming is beautiful. You want to bloom. You want to keep your branches intact. So let's do this reflection prompt, something that I want you to do. So homework. Write down one part of yourself you've hated, and then write one way that same part helped you survive. Because trust me, it did. This self reflection is where your healing begins, and not in becoming someone else. No, 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 no. But in finally loving the person that you already are. So do that homework. Don't skip out on it. Do it. And please, please, please share this video with someone who needs a reminder that their flaws don't disqualify them from healing, living, or being whole. Your flaws does not disqualify you from living and being and just loving your life, being whole, okay? So I am Katie Gates, and this is the place where I help women like you and me become the best people that we can be. If that is your vibe, subscribe to this channel right now. Do it. Hit the subscribe button. Drop me a comment. Tell me, have you ever felt this way? And if you have, are you over it? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one and I respond. Also, share this video, like I said before, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I drop a fire hot video like this one. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.